Hope you are well. The thing about immunology is I think it's very logical, very conceptual, but I don't think there are actually a lot of physicians who understand it. And it's one of those topics that once you do understand it, you have absolutely got everything you need for problem solving, not only on this exam, but throughout all of the years of your practice. And I can't tell you how many times I hear back from my former students saying, everyone comments, as I go through the wards and rotations, everyone comments about how they come to me for explanations of immunology. And I always say to them, this is my students speaking, I always say to them, I understand immunology because I had Dr. Rubush explain it to me multiple times. So I truly believe that this is an important thing to do. And I think that once you have this under your belt, physio becomes easier, pathology becomes easier, even pharmacology becomes easier with micro, okay? Now, the notes are all completed, and so at some point you will be getting what I am lecturing out of, but you'll find that what I tend to do is go page by page through the diagrams. What you'll find in the written paragraph form information is really what I'm going to say to you as I go. But the diagrams are very much alive with the concepts, and so that's what I will be teaching out of. Now, this is the diagram from Chapter 1 of Immuno, and it's really an overview of how the immune system works. What I'm going to do with you over the next 3 days is talk about the design of the system from its birth in your bone marrow, from the additional training that some of the cells get in the thymus, then when they go out into the remainder of the body, how they fight the battle to save your life against something that has injured you. And then when that is done with and the battle is won, how they return to their baseline homeostatic state, and the patient is said to have memory of those events, okay? Each event of challenging your body with something foreign causes you to make another batch, a larger batch of memory cells. And so over a lifetime, your immune system gets stronger and stronger and stronger if you allow it to do its job. And that's, of course, what we were talking about before class began. Okay, so let's start at the top of this diagram. And let's see what we've got overall, even though we're not going to be talking about this really in any detail right now, just getting you the engineering design of the system. Up at the top, if you notice, what we've got is my barrier systems. We have my skin, we have my mucous membranes, we have, even though they got cut off over here in my drawing, we have the ciliated epithelium of the respiratory tract. All of those things are barriers whose design it is to keep things out of your body that don't belong there, okay? What happens when something breaks through one of those barriers is that I have the response of acute inflammation, and I'm sure you've heard this before, rubor, tumor, calor, dolor, functiolasa, all of those 5 cardinal signs that were described really in the dawn of medicine as the signs that inflammatory processes were happening very rapidly in response to some injury. So what I showed next here is the blood vessel, which is now going to increase in diameter, the purpose being for cells to come into the area through the enlarged vascular channel, and for proteins also to come in that are found in the blood. So if there are already antibodies, they would come in. If there are acute phase reactants like complement, they will be brought in that enlarged vascular channel, and they will leave that vascular channel through the process that we'll go through later in detail that's referred to as diapedesis.